All right, buckle up, everybody. We're diving deep into Stargates today.
Stargates.
Yeah, that blend of science fiction and maybe, just maybe, some real-world possibilities.
Right.
You sent us a YouTube video, and it's got a pretty bold title. Stargate found at Area 51, nuclear-powered underground machine, 2024.
Oh, yeah, that's from Third Phase of Moon. They always have interesting stuff.
They do. And this video, well, it claims to have some evidence for these interdimensional doorways.
That's a big claim.
It is. So let's unpack it together, shall we?
Let's do it.
This video throws a lot at us. A mysterious map, some unusual structures they spotted on Google Earth near Area 51, and get this, declassified documents about a rock melting drill.
The subterrane.
Yeah, the subterranean. But let's start with that map. It seems to show like this whole network of portals with specific locations and symbols.
I mean, it's pretty complex, right? You see 12 Stargates on there, 15 natural star crystal seals.
Star crystal seals?
Yeah, 7 unnatural intruder Jehovian seals.
Okay, wait. Jehovian seals.
Jehovian seals, and then, points marked parallel Stargate access.
Parallel Stargate access. Whoa.
It's not just a few random dots on a map. This is like a system, a network.
Yeah. That's like they're laying out blueprints for interdimensional travel.
That's what it looks like.
That's so wild.
Yeah, and the terms they use, star crystal seals, Jehovian seals.
Right.
Sounds like something straight out of a Stargate episode.
Totally. Like straight out of the lore.
Right. And it plays into those theories about ancient civilizations and their super advanced tech.
They don't really tell us where this map came from or who made it.
Yeah, that's a big missing piece.
It adds to the mystery, for sure.
It does.
But let's just play along for a minute. Let's say I is legit.
Okay, yeah.
What could these seals actually be?
Well, and what about that parallel Stargate access?
Right. Is that like a multiverse thing, you think?
Yeah, that's where we get into pure speculation.
Yeah.
But if we follow their logic, maybe the seals are some kind of power source, or way to control the Stargates.
That makes sense.
And the parallel access thing. Maybe it's connections to other realities or dimensions.
I mean, that's straight out of Stargate fiction.
Right.
Okay, so we've got this mysterious map. Maybe it's hinting at a whole network of Stargates.
Yeah.
And then the video takes us to Area 51.
Area 51.
They show us some Google Earth images of what they say are structures connected to Stargates. There's this archway and some strange buildings.
Yeah, and they think those could be powering the Stargates.
It would take a lot of energy to make that work.
Right.
And they point out these dome-like structures.
They look like nuclear power plants, which would make sense.
Yeah, for that amount of energy, nuclear makes sense. That really ups the ante, doesn't it?
Totally.
I mean, that's serious stuff.
And it plays right into the Area 51 mystique.
Oh, yeah.
Advanced tech, government secrets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a maybe ancient map. We have intriguing structures near Area 51.
Right.
And all this speculation about interdimensional travel.
And then they bring in this rock melting drill.
The subterranean, where does that fit in?
Well, that's where things get a little more, grounded, I guess.
Okay.
They show declassified documents from Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory, no less.
Wow.
Detailing this incredible machine, the subterranean, which can melt rock.
Hold on, so this isn't just sci-fi. This thing was real.
Apparently the tech was there in the 1960s.
Wow. I mean, whether they actually built a full-scale one.
That's a different question.
Right.
But just the concept is mind-blowing.
Imagine that melting rock and creating these smooth, glass-lined tunnels.
Like something out of Jules Verne, right?
Totally. Secret underground tunnels, hidden bases.
Or even, maybe, connections to Stargates.
Ooh, that's what they're getting at, huh?
It is.
If there is this huge Stargate network, the subterranean could have built the infrastructure to support it.
Connecting all those locations underground.
And that would explain the secrecy.
If it's miles underground.
Nobody would find it.
Right. Classic conspiracy theory stuff.
The government hiding advanced tech from us?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the map, the structures near Area 51, and this incredible rock melting drill.
Right.
What do you think? What's the most compelling connection here?
Well, if we start with the subterranean.
Okay.
Just think about how such a tech could have been developed.
Yeah.
And what it could be used for. Those documents suggest it was possible in the 60s.
Right.
And if they built it, imagine the scale of things they could create underground.
Huge underground facilities.
Could that explain Area 51?
Maybe.
Maybe those dome-like structures
Right.
are powering something extraordinary.
Even if it isn't a Stargate.
Even if it's not, yeah.
That's a really interesting take. So maybe the Stargate angle, maybe it's a distraction.
A way to draw attention away.
From something else going on at Area 51. That's still groundbreaking.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. What kind of extraordinary stuff could be happening down there?
You know, something that needs that much energy and secrecy. Well, let's set aside interdimensional travel for a moment.
Okay.
The subterranean itself has some amazing potential uses.
Right.
The video mentions geothermal energy, underground infrastructure,
Okay.
even building sustainable underground habitats.
It could solve so many of our problems, clean energy, efficient transportation, even a way to deal with overpopulation and climate change.
It could be huge.
But if this tech has been around since the 60s, why aren't we seeing these applications in the real world?
That is the big question, isn't it?
It is. Listener, things are about to get really interesting as we get into the subterranean and what it could do.
It's a deep rabbit hole.
It is.
I mean, if this technology is as revolutionary as they say, the reasons for keeping it quiet, well, there could be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Imagine one country can suddenly create these huge underground networks,
Right.
tap into geothermal energy on a massive scale,
Wow.
or even build like self-sufficient underground cities.
So you're saying this could be way bigger than just a cool gadget?
Oh yeah, this could change everything.
Globally.
Globally.
Oh.
And the video talks about the potential for misuse too.
Right. Right.
Think about this tech in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Hidden military bases, secret weapons facilities,
Scary stuff.
or even disrupting other countries' economies.
By controlling resources.
Exactly.
It's like a double-edged sword.
It is huge potential for good, but also for harm.
And if it's been secret for so long, who knows how it's already been used?
Right.
Or what the long-term consequences might be.
That's the unsettling part.
It is.
Lack of transparency just raises so many ethical questions.
Yeah.
If this tech exists, people have a right to know.
About the benefits and the risks.
Exactly, but it's all secret.
So we can't even talk about it.
We can't have an open discussion, no.
It's the catch-22, isn't it?
It is.
The more powerful and dangerous a tech is, the more likely they are to keep it hidden.
Right.
Which means we can't have a proper conversation about it.
Exactly.
And that's where maybe the Stargate theory comes in?
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds?
It could be a distraction.
Yeah, a way to get people thinking about something that seems like, you know...
Pure science fiction.
Yeah, but maybe they're subtly hinting at something real.
Something more disruptive.
Right, right.
It's like controlled disclosure.
Using the mystery of the unknown to make us curious.
Yeah.
But also planting these seeds of awareness about real tech.
A clever strategy, if that's what they're doing.
Okay, let's get back to the subterranean.
Yeah.
The video claims they've got evidence it was used at Area 51.
Right.
What about those Google Earth images?
Those dome-like structures.
Yeah.
The ones that look like nuclear power plants.
Yeah, those.
I mean, if it needs that much energy, nuclear makes sense.
Right, and it's right there next to Area 51.
Yeah, that definitely adds to it.
And what about that archway?
The one they highlight.
Yeah, you think that could actually be an entrance?
To the Stargate network.
Yeah, or is that too far-fetched?
That's probably the most speculative part of the video.
Probably.
The shape and location are interesting, but there's no real proof.
Right.
It's all visual, interpretation, circumstantial evidence.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah, seeing patterns.
Even if they're not really there?
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe there's a link between the subterranean and Area 51.
Potentially.
But the Stargate thing is still just a theory?
Very much so.
What I don't get is, even if they do have this rock-melting tech, why all the secrecy?
That's the big question.
Why not use it for good?
Well, there are a few explanations, some more likely than others. Maybe it's still in development.
Ah, so they're not ready to show it off yet.
Maybe they need to perfect it first.
Makes sense.
Or maybe there are risks, challenges they haven't solved.
Because they're being cautious.
Yeah, making sure they've got all the kinks worked out.
Before they unleash it on the world.
Exactly. But there's another explanation.
Okay.
One that comes up a lot in conspiracy theories.
Oh, here we go.
The idea that those in power are suppressing it.
To maintain control.
Right. If the subterranean could revolutionize energy, transportation, even how we build cities.
It would change everything.
And that would disrupt existing power structures.
So someone benefits from keeping it hidden.
Potentially, yeah.
That's a pretty cynical view.
It is, But it fits that whole "they're hiding something from us" narrative.
Right. The classic conspiracy theory.
It plays into that distrust of authority.
That feeling that they're not acting in our best interests.
Exactly.
And it all comes back to the lack of transparency.
When people are kept in the dark.
If they come up with their own explanations.
And sometimes those explanations get pretty wild.
The Stargate theory is a good example of that.
It is. It's a way to connect the dots.
To make sense of what we don't know.
Even if we're just making it up.
It's like a choose-your-own-adventure.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Stargates? Or do you think it's a secret government program?
Hiding a world-changing tech.
The choice is yours, listener.
It is, but whatever you believe,
Yeah.
this deep dive has hopefully made you think.
About the information, the assumptions,
Yeah.
the consequences of tech.
And the lack of transparency around it.
Well said. Now, before we wrap this up,
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to the Stargate theory.
Okay.
I know we've been focused on the more realistic stuff.
Yeah.
But the Stargate concept is just so cool.
Oh, it's captivating, for sure.
It is.
And the video's creators know that they're
Yeah.
using the whole Stargate mythology
The visuals, the language.
to create a story that's fun and makes you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even if Stargates aren't real,
Mm-hmm.
the video raises some big questions.
About our place in the universe.
And what happens if we meet other intelligent life?
That's a great point. Let's talk about that. Okay, so imagine Stargates are real
Mhm.
and we can travel to other galaxies.
Yeah.
What does that do to our understanding of,
Our place in the universe.
Exactly. It's almost too much to think about.
It would completely change how we see the world.
Right.
Think about it. Encountering civilizations way more advanced than us.
With technology and ideas we can barely imagine.
Right. It could be this amazing opportunity to learn,
To grow.
but it could also be dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe even a threat to our existence.
It's like that classic sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
The aliens either want to help us or wipe us out.
Exactly.
But even if it's not that dramatic,
Mm-hmm.
just meeting other intelligent life
Yeah.
would make us rethink everything.
We wouldn't be alone anymore.
Right.
Oh.
No longer the only intelligent beings in this vast universe.
That would change our science, our religions, even our identity as humans.
It's a lot to process.
It is.
But even if it's all just speculation,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to think about these things.
It is. It gets us thinking outside the box
Challenging our assumptions.
and considering the consequences of technology.
Even if that tech only exists in our minds right now.
Right. Science fiction can be like a mirror,
Yeah.
showing us our hopes and fears about the future.
And the Stargate concept, I mean, it's a perfect example.
It is.
It's that human desire to explore, to
Mhm.
connect with others.
To see what's beyond our world.
That yearning for something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
Whether Stargates are real or not, it's that drive to explore.
That drive to discover.
That's what pushes us forward.
I agree.
And even within the Stargate community,
Mm.
there are so many different ideas about it all.
Right. It's not just one belief system.
Some people think Stargates were made by ancient civilizations right here on Earth.
Yeah.
Others say they were built by aliens.
Or even that they're natural phenomena.
Wow.
And this video we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it brings together all these different ideas.
It's a really interesting mix.
Yeah, and it makes you think.
That does.
It's not meant to be the ultimate guide to Stargates.
Right.
It's more like a starting point.
Yeah, for your own exploration.
Exactly.
So, listener, if you're interested,
Mm-hmm.
don't stop here.
There's a whole world of Stargate theories out there.
Read about them, explore the different ideas.
See where your curiosity takes you.
You might be surprised what you find.
And even if Stargates stay in the realm of science fiction,
Yeah.
just thinking about them can teach us a lot.
About science, history, even our own potential as humans,
It's a journey worth taking.
even if we never actually find a Stargate.
Exactly.
Well said. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Stargates,
Mm-hmm.
we encourage you to keep an open mind
Question everything.
and never stop exploring the mysteries of the universe.
Because who knows?
Maybe one day,
Science fiction will become science fact.
and the impossible will become possible.
Until then,
Keep looking up
keep wondering.
and hold on to that sense of wonder.
It's what makes life interesting.
It does. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
It was a fun ride.
Yeah.